everyone, Summery here. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna walk you through the steps of claiming your tax back when shopping in Paris. My examples are for Paris because I was just there, but the mechanics of it all are really the same for all over France. So even if you're planning to shop in a different city, fly in and out on different airports, this video will help you understand the process of it all. France is one of the top destinations for shopping worldwide. They market the tax back shopping as one of the big perks for their visitors, and they do make the process really easy, which is why I'm always surprised when I hear that people opt out of it. They just think it's too much extra work, when in reality it's really simple. The amount you get back could vary, but let's say on average you get back 10-ish%, 10% here, 10% there. Money you could be spending on cafes, croissants, and other fun things. If you're watching today's video because you're actively planning your Paris trip, congratulations, so fun. Make sure to stop by my blog where I have recommendations on what to do, what to see, where to eat. I'm gonna include my top blog posts in the description box below, and while you're on there, I'm also going to include my Facebook page and Instagram accounts. If you're active on those platforms, please stop by and say hi. If you enjoy watching today's video, give it a thumbs up, it really helps my channel. Consider subscribing. I'd love to see you around more. Now let's get into today's video. When you're shopping in Paris, you're usually either shopping at individual boutiques or department stores, and pretty much everywhere I've been, the stores participate in the tax back program. The sales associates, when they talk to you and they see that you're a tourist, oftentimes they're the first to ask you if you want tax back paperwork or not. If they don't ask, you can ask them. Most of the time they speak English, but if you want to use the local word for it, just ask if they do D-tax and they will tell you oui, most likely, and that's how you know. Usually you do the paperwork at the individual stores. You line to check out just like you would do if you weren't doing D-tax, and then once you pay, they use your receipt to input into the tax back software and give you the paperwork that you need. If you're at a department store, it's just a little bit different. You will do all of your shopping, you'll go to the different individual brand areas, you'll do the shopping, you would keep your receipt, and then at the end of the shopping, before you leave the department store, you will go to the designated desk that does D-tax, and they will do all of your paperwork in one go. To process your tax-free paperwork, you would need your passport. Your passport proves that you live outside of the EU, which allows you to claim your sales tax back. Now, in the past, many stores will accept a picture of your passport, but during my last trip, all of the stores denied using a picture. Every single one of the stores wanted to see my actual passport. Now, if you don't have your passport with you, they give you, I think, up to 48 hours to return to the store with the passport and your receipt, and they can still process the paperwork. But believe me, Paris is a big city. If you have limited time, going back to the shop where you bought stuff is actually harder than you think. So it is better to kind of have a game plan ahead of visiting Paris. Just know what days you're going to shop, and on those days, bring your passport with you. I know many people are worried carrying their passport around because we've all heard the stories of pickpockets in Paris, and losing your passport while traveling can throw a wrench into your plans. It can ruin your trip. But I've been going to Paris for many years and I've never been pickpocketed, and I wouldn't say that I do something really complicated to keep pickpockets away. All you need to do is really just stay really present when you are transiting from a place to place, especially if you are at tourist spots like the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe. When you're in the metro, make sure your bag is not dangling at the back where people can access it. Make sure you don't leave any valuables in your pockets, the back of your pants, or the coat pockets that are really wide and easy to access. Don't be distracted when you are in public transit. Just, be aware of your surroundings. When strangers approach you, just take it with a grain of salt, especially if they're asking things of you, like signing petitions, or they're giving you like a bracelet. Just be very, very present and know where you're going. Don't get into interactions that might make you vulnerable to pickpockets. I just dropped off our checked bags and I am headed to do D-Tax. You need all your shopping with you. So if your items fit only in your checked bags, you should go to D-Tax first before checking in your bags. But if you're like me and your shopping fits in your carry-on, I recommend you check in your bags just so you have more flexibility and you can move more freely. The reason for that is when you're doing D-Tax, if the machine prompts you to see an agent, the agent will want to see all of your items, the paperwork, and the receipts. Let's go to the D-Tax area. Make sure to have your envelopes with you that have the barcodes and find one of these machines. And that's it. It was super easy. To summarize what happens at the airport, when you arrive, there is a designated area where you scan your forms to receive your tax back. Very important, you must have all of your shopping that you have forms for, you must have it with you when you scan the forms. So if your shopping fits in your carry-on, put it in your carry-on, drop off your check bags, go to claim your tax back, and then continue to security. But if your shopping is too bulky and it doesn't fit in the carry-on, then when you arrive at the airport, first go to do your tax back. When you're done with the tax back, go drop off your bag with your shopping in it, and then go to security. Once you are at the tax-free area, there are machines where you scan your forms, you line for the machines. The line for me when I was there in April was really short, it took 3 minutes. But if you're traveling during high season, the waits might be longer. There are two things that can happen when you scan your forms. The machine will either flash green or flash red. If it flashes green, there is no extra steps that you need to take. If it flashes red, you just go to the next line where you see an inspector, and there is nothing to worry about. They're not going to confiscate your items. Usually they just want to make sure that the item on the form matches the item that you bought. That happens more often for luxury expensive items. I had never had a red light for my Cézanne and Pull and Paris purchases. It's just an extra precaution. Oftentimes they might put an extra stamp on your form and then send you on your way. If you have requested credit card refund, at that point you are done. But if you had requested a cash refund, you get your cash refund past security. So that is the extra step after you've scanned the forms, you've either seen an inspector or not. If you had requested the cash, you will have to go to the place that's designated to give you the money past security. That will require extra time. So if you're an anxious traveler like me, if you value speed, then always choose the credit card refund. Alright everyone, this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope today's video was helpful. If you still have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments section below. If you're still planning your trip to Paris, stop by my travel blog. I have included all of my top Paris recommendation blog posts in the description box below. If you enjoyed watching today's video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Consider subscribing. I'd love to see you around more. Have a wonderful week and see you next time.